3, 2, 1, go. And guys, there we go. Now it's gonna be Laaaan versus TaToH. We continue with 1 versus 1 and a map that we didn't see yet today, which is amazing. With me in a Britain's War, it's Orlu. And Mr. Orlu, a pleasure to be with you. Can you introduce the players? We have Laaaan as a blue and TaToH as a red, and the map, of course, man.
Oh, yeah, so the map is going to be Hideout. We've seen it a few times so far in the Middle East portion for 1v1s. And yeah, I think it's a pretty solid map. Kind of think of it like an inverted arena with palisade walls instead of stone walls. Sometimes you can chop through the middle of the map, but yes, both players will be playing as the Britons here. Gonna have a Britain war. We've seen Britons several times on this map. They just have a solid fast castle boom. What do you think, Mem?
I see this map, like the map generation. Look at the amount of wood. I mean, so they are like super far to each other to make any early aggression. You see that forest that is going like, I don't know, man. Look how easy, for example, have TaToH to wall that gap where the wolf it is on the right side. It's really easy to wall. It's not a big gap because look at the amount of forest. So I don't know what kind of a strategy they will pick, but definitely it will be a surprise if they go here for the early game. I hear some little early battle with the scout. Okay, nothing happening. And like you said, well, this is a lot of wood, of course. All in the middle is like a little bit like Oasis, the map with, of course, less wood, and the little palisade. It makes that. Do you think they will go with early aggression feudal age? I don't think so.
Yeah, I definitely don't think so. Sometimes the map generation will put the players close together, but as you mentioned, not this go around. I think fast castles should be on the table for both players, and maybe some crossbow wars in the early castle age, but I think this is probably going to be a bit of a boom fest, as walling is so
possible.
easy.
It's possible. Don't well, maybe a castle drop with lombos and going 1-2 tone centers and trying to go fast imperial. I mean, like kind of arena style. Why not? In this can, we are just guessing because these kind of maps are a little bit slow in the start. I mean, you can see that, for example, the Laaaan didn't make the best lure ever. That he's gonna take the berries, 4 village on wood, also 4 village on wood as well. But we can just guess because these kind of maps in the start are pretty slow, right?
Yeah, it's pretty slow. Not too much usually happens unless your name is Tim, who yesterday on this map decided to go for, I believe, like a 19 pop-up or something as Mongols and went for a tower rush. But other than that, usually it's been fast castles. TaToH actually played this map, well, I mean, we saw the TaToH play this map yesterday. Also picked Britons there, went for fast castle crossbows to take some map control, and generally did really well against fire. So we'll have to see if TaToH is going to do the same thing or if he's going to mix it up.
Okay, this is nice, man. I couldn't watch yesterday the games. I got some family things, so I couldn't watch it. So it's nice that you are doing those commentary because I cannot. I usually cast in my channel, you know, but yesterday I couldn't watch absolutely anything. So it's nice. It's nice to see people playing really aggressive in this one. But with this civilization, and since it's Britain's war, it's also really tricky because if you go super aggressive, you don't make the damage, and the other is going and get castle age with the cheaper PCs, and then the bonus with the crossbows. The guy who went aggressive is gonna be in a really bad spot.
Yeah, certainly. Britain's one of the best civs for booming. Just like you said, the cheaper TCs and the fact that you can make pretty cheap crossbows. You can defend pretty comfortably most of the time, and I think generally it's going to be going to the Imperial Age and a Treb War.
Okay, well, we will see. We can see that right now both players are playing good. They have the same population. There is no loom yet for any of the players, and now is when we are going to notice if they are going to go to do something in feudal age or it will go for fast castle. It looks like it's gonna be fast castle. Another farming comment. He is still getting villages on the queue. What that means? That they are not gonna go up 21, 22. They are already with 22 population, so definitely it's not going to happen. It's gonna go for the fast castle. I'm really curious. I hope what I hope is that they are not going to go for the same strategy because it's make the games much more exciting, right, Orlu? If, for example, one is picking for crossbows and the other is picking for a castle drop, it will make very interesting to see what the strategy is gonna find it's gonna work out.
Yeah, I mean, might have been a good day to have family obligations yesterday, Mem, because I cast 6 Italian mirrors on Mediterranean.
I said, man, people think that I'm joking. I said, if you put this amount of Mediterraneans, I sabotage the stream, man. And for now, 4 cities, 0 Mediterranean. So maybe if we get in the last 2 cities some Mediterranean, it's good. Of course, I didn't say that, but I was scared. I was really, really afraid, man. But now, not a single Mediterranean today. Well, it's a map that it depends how they play, but if they go full water, right, it's difficult to deal with. So I'm sorry for you, man. I'm sorry for you and casting all those Mediterraneans. But for now, we can see, oh my God, they are not only Spanish guys. No, 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 no. They are also, at the same time, going up. So the Dark Age is the same for both. 11 minutes, 23 seconds. 3 villages on goal. 3 villages on goal. And not on a stone. They are going to go then for crossbows.
Yeah, that would be my guess. We see archery range coming down for Laaaan, or actually no archery range. Yes, archery range coming down for TaToH. So it looks like FC crossbows, like I was saying, probably going to be the strategy of choice for both of these players. Everything is kind of pointing in that direction, and it's probably going to be all about that early Castle Age micro.
You say that your range? I am in minute 11. You are in that minute?
Oh wow. I'm at 12:40.
So you have to wait a little bit because you are in the future. You remember to put in 50% speed and just stop there. And when I am in 12:40, I will tell you that I'm there, okay? Anyway,
okay, yeah,
you didn't spoil anything because it's obvious that they are going to go archery range. They are mining gold, and with Britons, what they are going to do. And right now, TaToH is when now he's finding land base because look at blue where it is, really far. For that reason, he did the barrack probably in the opposite spot that he would like to do if he knew when it was. And you can see on the right side how Laaaan, it's gonna be in big troubles there. That's a scout. Nah, it's fine. Well, what I mean is TaToH will make the buildings here, and I am in 12:30, so in 10 seconds I will let you know, and you keep going. Oh, but TaToH is on the way to Castle. There you go. You can go.
Yeah.
TaToH is on the way to Castle Age. Laaaan is now clicking up Castle Age with 18-second difference, but 1 billion more. So they are basically the same, and still both without Loom. Well, they are going what we expected, right? So now the micro matters.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess, like, on paper, again, you'd have to favor TaToH a little bit, but definitely see how Laaaan can pull it out in the early Castle Age. Map control is going to be pretty important. Probably going to, in a very similar style to Arena, try and take as many relics as you can. And something that I really notice is that TaToH has a couple of relics really close to his base.
That's good. That's good, but let's see, because you have seen that in many expert games, not all the players are going for the relics, which I don't understand, because it's always an amazing, it can be a massive addition to your economy. So hopefully they will take it. There is one relic close to land. Well, actually, pretty fair, because there is another one in the north, you see? So pretty fair maps in terms of relic. The other relic, the last one, is far from both, a little bit closer to TaToH, but still. We're going to see. That scout is going to be tired. He's now going to be on his base, so he didn't lose it. And I believe that they will go one extra TC right away and then crossbows. But like you said, I don't see any way that they are going to go super aggressive. They will go for the boom.
Yeah, instantly TaToH throwing down 2 additional TCs. No fear from our red player. 1 TC so far from Laaaan. Not throwing down the second one just yet. I wonder if we're going to see maybe a fast university for ballistics, as that can help a ton in picking off your opponent's early crossbowmen.
But it's not that crucial, because since there's walls, well, I mean, it is important, but it's a lot of resources. 200 wood, then the what it costs the ballistic itself, 300 wood and 175 gold. I mean, definitely it will be an advantage. But maybe it's better to boom a little bit more, but you are right, I love it. And now we see 2 extra TCs and the university from Laaaan. So the boom from TaToH is gonna be better, or land with the ballistic. Gotta find out, man.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but nice to see, at least some sort of divergence in strategy. But yeah, it's going to be all about the micro. Crossbow now in for both players. Neither one has Bodkin just yet. Laaaan even grabbing ballistics first. So
Laaaan is doing the crossbow now, which is well, it's okay because he wasn't attacking. Now he's gonna be inside. Remember that these palisade gates are really weak. TaToH is doing the loom. That he has the loom. Laaaan is without the loom. Make the loom because those crossbows, but he's there with the crossbow, so he should be fine. He got even more than him. And now it's gonna be very interesting because you talk about the micro, but it's true that if you make ballistic, you don't need to micro anymore, right?
Yeah, I love ballistics for that reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see, a little bit of fancy footwork attempted for TaToH, but not really going to be sufficient. He's going to be losing all of his crossbows right there, and we are going to see Laaaan with a nice little bit of a military edge.
I think you are ahead again. I am in 1830.
How am I
Something
so far
is
ahead?
going on. Your computer is too strong, or I am too slow, but I am in 50%. You have to be careful that it keep on the same. Did you open this with single player mode? Because now we are seeing what exactly you said, that he's taking absolutely all the crossbows. So we have to be careful that you are not, don't go too fast, man. You have to get a worse computer, it seems.
Considering I'm using my my rather
no, but
mediocre
it's really
laptop.
weird. It's
Yeah,
really
I mean,
weird
I'm on
that
50 game speed like all the time, but that's
it's
really
weird,
strange.
Man. Anyway, I am in 1940 right now. He's doing now the third tone center, and wheelbarrow here for TaToH. Laaaan now from is getting the loom, and like you said, 6 unit kills, 0 unit loss. I am in 20 minutes, so just let me know where you are. Okay, try to pay attention to that, to don't go a little bit faster because it seems that it's going faster. But now we keep going, and more army from Laaaan. So, but the funny thing is that he got ballistic, he killed absolutely everything, and now he's adding the tone center. But TaToH has 3 villages more, so it's then worthy to make the ballistic faster?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I kind of like the ballistics opening because it really just sort of, guarantees you victory in these early crossbow battles. We will be seeing TaToH get ballistics now. Still, interestingly, neither player having Bodkin just yet, but going to be a larger army right now for our blue player TaToH with a few more villagers. Probably not going to be too much of a difference as both players are now rocking with the 3 TCs. Nice little snipe there for Laaaan, but yeah, we'll have to see another engagement unfold and see how both players choose to handle this.
Well, this is very nice, man. Look at this, how Laaaan is 7-0 right now. He can go inside, he's trying to hit that palisade, but he's not. And now, TaToH is coming, but still, Laaaan with a lot of army. Is he going around? No, he's not going. He need to go back. He can see the goal. Well, he knows that there is a mining camp. He didn't see yet the goal, but he can imagine that the goal is there. So do you think now he should keep just trying to raid, or will give an advantage if you come forward and make a siege war sub? It seems that Laaaan is going a little bit more aggressive right now.
Yeah, but he does not have Bodkin arrow, whereas TaToH does, so that should be a pretty easy cleanup here for TaToH, getting a little bit of revenge.
He's recovering,
and Laaaan is going to be forced to retreat right now.
Look at this. 7-3. 7-3 now doing the Bodkin arrow. Well, it's pretty tricky because sometimes you make the average so early, then you can delay a little bit your economy. But in this situation, it doesn't look like it's happening because TaToH is still ahead in villages, military is almost the same now, but both are going to be exactly the same. The decisions are going to be crucial. A bad battle in a mirror match like this that close, it can drive the game to one side or the other. This upgrade hand card is pretty strong, so they will go for Imperial, it seems, because with this game that close, don't think so. They will fail in one battle now in Castellage, right?
Yeah, certainly. I think that with neither player adding on the 4th town center, as far as I can tell, no one really wants to go for like a huge boom, and I think that is correct. I think especially with like archer matchups, it's really crucial to get to the Imperial Age as quickly as possible, but I think the handcart point is a really important one that you mentioned, Mem, because Laaaan is just now getting wheelbarrow, and the fact that TaToH's had the more efficient economy for significantly longer is probably going to give him a, solid edge in terms of that all-important Imperial Age time.
Yeah, I have just changed, and I was checking also what people was pointing out in the chat, and the viewers are absolutely expert because they say TaToH got more resources, better economy than Laaaan, and it's absolutely truth. Why? He got over 1,000 food gathered already more than Laaaan, and also almost the same amount of wood more. You can see starting to mine stone. Now there is a battle here in the middle, but the economy is better because Laaaan is doing now the wheelbarrow. I'm gonna go now and focus in the main. Yeah, and you can see the rate to kills that is getting closer. So the same amount of villages doesn't mean necessarily that you are going to get the same resources, right? The average, the efficiency, how you also build the farmers, the mills and everything, it matters a lot, right, Orlon?
Oh yeah, certainly. And you know, if this game is teaching us anything, it's that wheelbarrow and handcart are good upgrades. Really help, you know, facilitate your boom that much more easily. And yeah, we're going to see TaToH click up in just a few seconds, I imagine.
Yeah, man, TaToH is there. TaToH is there. Almost 1,000 food, 800 gold. You are right. He's gonna go up to Imperial. That he has the buildings. He has now the monastery, but but how do you explain this? Okay, 8 villages more, but Laaaan, it's on the way to Imperial as well. On the way to Imperial as well. Ay, 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 ay. They will keep booming, for sure. They will keep booming, but the advantage is already there. 10 villages. They didn't take any relic yet. Probably it's time to make some monk. Let me check if TaToH is doing. He's doing exactly right now one monk that he's probably going to get the relic. Yeah, the gather point is there. And now they are just building more archery ranges, keep booming, and they will go for the battle. What do you think? Oh, another TC, TaToH. I like this. Adding a 4-tone center now.
I totally agree. Now that you've sort of secured your Imperial Age time, which is, funnily enough, almost identical between the two players, but TaToH can really sort of take the opportunity to just further his economy as much as possible. And Laaaan is actually going to be doing something a little bit different. He's going to be making a transition into skirmishers.
Do you think it's a good choice?
It's more intensive on the food economy, but obviously they will counter the arbalests if you can get them to actually engage. Of course, with the Britons, with that extra range, it can be a little bit tricky to actually have the skirmishers connect to the arbalests. We did actually see that a little bit yesterday, but Laaaan is making the big loop around. TaToH will spot it with an outpost, but gonna have to engage with his army.
Yeah, he's coming from behind. There you go. But I find dangerous. He's taking a village. Now he's gonna find another TC. I find dangerous this is transition to skirmishes because but if he's going like this, but he's patrolling, so he's fine. This is many crossbows. He's also going to take the TC. That range from the snipers is just absolutely brutal. But those skirmishes are working okay now. Well, maybe Mangalos. What do you think? Onagers, Rams, because since they don't have any castle, any of them, Mangonels, Rams, what it should be the way to push right now?
I kind of like the idea of going for capped Rams right now, because in general, Britain struggled to deal with Rams effectively, because all of those arrows just don't really do a whole lot to Rams, and even if Britons don't have siege Rams, over here on the left side, it looks like TaToH is going for a trap, trying to lock in his opponent's soon-to-be arbalests.
Okay, well, Laaaan is with the arbalest already, and he's gonna wall, man. He's trying to wall, but still he's taking some villages. He's doing some damage there. Now TaToH is also adding skirmishes. The arbalests are coming too, but like you said, he's kind of trapped a little bit. But Laaaan got more army, but split, because he doesn't have all together. You can see those skirmishes in the north. He's pushing him back, but it seems now that this is Laaaan who is pushing. But that micro... Oh, look at that micro in front with those arbalests. It's looking so beautiful there. Look at this, man. Look at this. Laaaan, look at this. He got more numbers, TaToH, but I love this. I love when they are dancing with the units like this. Still did a good job, actually, because he definitely got way less numbers. Oh, man. Ay. Okay.
Yeah,
I believe
that was fancy.
That they are going to restore now, I think. Because they were telling here, guys, that there is not the multi-queue. This is not multi-queue activated because, I think save, and they will put now, save and restore. That's the reason. I was wondering because they usually don't restore. And I will tell you what he's saying. I have all the units in one archery range. Yeah. So this is what he said. they forgot to put the multi-queue, so we are going to restore from this point, guys. That's why it was the restore. So let's go and load the next one. Okay, when you are ready, you tell me.
Yeah, just give me a hot second.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm ready.
When you are ready, okay. I will go in 3, 2, 1, go. And right now we can see how Laaaan is doing the chemistry. We continue. Now they have the multi-queue. It's completely different. If you play with the multi-queue with the single queue, right, Orlo, it's definitely different. And the rules is that it has to be multi-queue. Didn't matter too much till now, because the big battle when you are going to use the multi-queue is right now.
Yeah, definitely. And it really sort of makes you more able to focus on that micro, since you're not jumping around the map trying to produce all your units. So yeah, it should be pretty, I guess, easy for both players to really focus on that archer micro.
Okay, well, let's see. Chemistry incoming. 6 villages, 9 villages is still ahead. TaToH is ahead in villages now. Military, well, the thing is that if the rules are multi-queue and you get used to multi-queue, it has to be multi-queue, it's obvious. And that's the way to go. TaToH population is increasing more and more. He's trying to wall on the left, so they are going to battle on this right side, right? It seems. And he's doing the first castle. He's gonna have TaToH the castle soon. Wow, look at those resources in the bank. TaToH got a lot of resources. Land resources are okay too. And we have to be careful with the wood in the middle. Also, if you make corners, you can cut the wood here and raid the opponent. So can be a good choice. But this is a strong battle in the middle that definitely TaToH is taking. So he need to go back. He definitely need to go back.
I'll take your word for it. A game just turned black, as in a black screen. So,
your game?
Yeah, my game just crashed, so...
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I pause, or you catch up fast? I keep going and you try to catch up fast? Okay?
You go ahead, I'll catch up.
Okay, well, we keep going now. He's doing only with 2 villages, gonna put the castle there. You can see TaToH with the owners being absolutely careful. Heavy blow from Laaaan. Oh, those upgrades, those economy upgrades pretty late. He's sending more villages and he really needed that castle. It's pretty much gonna save him from this battle, because TaToH got right now a lot of farming and onagers. Owners incoming. I was asking before, onagers, Rams, he's doing the onagers, and definitely the owners will work because he has mostly skirmishes. The castle will be up, and that beautiful castle is up right now. Laaaan, fortified walls, cab rams also for TaToH, his killbard and armor. He's gonna start to spam more and more. Guys, Laaaan more villages, but TaToH much more army right now. Why this is happening? Well, probably his multitasking is a little bit faster than Laaaan. We will find out if he's able to catch up. Okay. Look at the conscription. TaToH with the chainbard and armor. I am in 38 minutes, 10 seconds. Okay. 38:20. And the owner is also from Laaaan now. Husbandry, chainbard and armor. Be careful with those. This battle with so many skirmishes. But man, 67 army. It doesn't have the impression where he has the army. Ah, he's doing exactly what I was mentioned before. This is, I love it, man. I love it. TaToH got the army here to counter, but now he's gonna cut. He's cutting there. I don't know if you are Orlu there, but this is absolutely beautiful. You are back in the right moment that TaToH is gonna cut. And Laaaan gonna notice. Yes, he noticed, but the rating is in this situation just amazing. 200 population, Laaaan 170. And doing a castle, a panic castle, a very good one. Jailman, that gives you +1 on the range. In this situation is ideal because you are pushing into his economy, right, Orlo?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, and these sorts of plays are something I think is very characteristic of TaToH. He's such a smart player. He always goes for these wacky plays. Yesterday we saw him just go for crazy demo shots. I mean, it's the stuff that people love TaToH for. And yeah, this is really sort of forcing Laaaan to split his attention in terms of army. And his
look in the right side, sorry. Okay, he saved it. Sorry that I interrupted you, but because he missed a big badaboom, But now in the other side, he's still pushing with the rams, man. Now with ram, but so many villains trying to stop him.
Yeah, and like I was saying, because Laaaan has the smaller army, it's just so difficult for him to effectively split off, the appropriate amount of units to deal with TaToH on both sides of the map at the same time. Looks like TaToH's leaving these captrams a little bit undefended, so the peasant uprising is able to save the castle for the meantime, but oh boy, TaToH's getting one of my favorite upgrades in the game, Warwolf. That is going to
One of your favorite? What are you talking, Orlo? It's the best, man. It shouldn't be one of your favorite. It's the best. I don't want to base your opinion. No, not even, But man, you just make 8-10 trebuchet with 100% accuracy. Tell me how you catch up then. You need paladins to kill them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I mean, those trebuchet are just amazing. And now 2 castle for both. I agree with you that attack from TaToH was a little bit weak. I mean, he was trying probably to distract him, but he didn't do too much. Now he was doing a siege workshop on the left, chain bard and armor. Seems to be ahead, TaToH, in all the upgrades, but a little bit of overboom from Laaaan. 141 villages, but even like that, you can always delete fast, and you can see 2 castles both and 2 relics both. And really, with those resources Laaaan got, you can produce a lot of army pretty quick.
Yeah, I think the question then becomes what is that army and how effective is that going to be? Because I feel like in particular in a Britain war, you just kind of want as many units as possible, because none of your army is ever going to be particularly population efficient. I mean, it's not like we're seeing a Persians in the game or something. So I feel like if you can just get a ton of ranged units and then some trebuchets with War Ornlu a Wolf, you can just really just destroy, 1, the trebuchets, and 2, the ranged units of your opponents, because ranged units tend to clump up just in time for the trebuchets to blast them to pieces.
Oh my god, look at this battle. He is still really ahead with the military, but there's a lot of ordnance. If we see a crazy badaboom here, this can be a game change. Those trebuchets, you don't want to lose them. You don't want to lose them, and even less with the Warwolf, man! And again, he's gonna make attack in the middle. It seems so. Let's go to TaToH point of view. Put the military. He got some army, but most of the army is now in the start. And now we're going to see he has a lot of like trying to deal with those onagers. But why he's not able to mass more army? Because he has no room for the army anymore. Because Laaaan is at the limit, man, with the population. But so many villages. It's too much villages, Orlu, in my opinion, for Britons.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't agree more with that. TaToH able to swoop in with the light cab, snipe the onagers. The onagers also not having siege engineers, not giving them that extra range. Britons, I mean, their units just have such long range. You can just see the onagers of Laaaan struggling so much to even get a single shot off. I don't think that there was a single onager hit fired there, and TaToH just seems to be well on his way to taking game number 1.
Maybe Laaaan is keep using the single Q, man, because this is incredible. Really, look at the amount of army that TaToH is sending. No, I'm not joking about this. Maybe some players have got used to the single Q, to the multi-Q much better than others, because it's possible that the multi-Q is activated and some player is not using it. And honestly, if you use effective the multi-Q, it's gonna give you a huge advantage.
Oh yeah, all the time. Like, there are so many games where I forget that MQ is on, and then I'm like, why is my opponent having so much more stuff than me? And I'm like, oh.
Well, it's possible, man. It's possible, but now he keep pushing little by little. He's not taking any risk. 27 army, man. 27 army and TaToH 77. This is absolutely total domination, because with that amount of army, he keep pushing. Now he got 1, 2, 3, 4 trebuchet. The onagers with siege engineer. Those are cap rams. He got all the upgrades. No siege engineer. The ram from Laaaan also was battering rams. He's doing the Warwolf now. He got 3 castles, so Laaaan got some more castles at the back. Should be okay. And seems he moved completely. Oh, but look at TaToH. This is what it gives the advantage, that he has a lot of army. He can also try to break on the left, right? And raid completely, because the amount of army difference is just huge.
Yeah, exactly, and it just all goes back to that point of, well, the Britons, they don't really have a super population-efficient army, so if you're able to send your cheap units all over the map, you can definitely pick apart your opponent. TaToH able to send in some cap rams, smashing through these fortified walls of Laaaan, and he's
not only that,
really...
look, he's also attacking in the middle. Sorry that I interrupt you. It's crazy. He's focusing now in 3 spots. On the left, in the middle, and on the right side. It's the way to push, right?
Oh yeah, and like, yeah, nice catch there, and there's really not a whole lot here for Laaaan to protect his castle. Now TaToH sending in at least a couple light cav to maybe protect the Rams, but if all the castles go down, I think that in itself will probably be GG, because then there'd just be no answer to the trebuchets, as Britons don't have bombard cannons. And yeah, this is looking pretty dire right now for our blue player.
Yeah, because look at Laaaan. 1000 wood, alright, but no food, almost no gold. He still have a lot of population because 143 are villages, 43 army. In the middle, he can't stop that raiding. Now he's breaking on the... Oh, he's walling at the last second. He's trying to push, and he's pushing with the trebuchet. Look at those. Werewolf is trying to... instead of trebuchet, I'm going to call them werewolf. You know, 200 population, 180. He keep pushing little by little. Now this is extremely well played here by TaToH. Extremely well played here by TaToH. I had the feeling that one player is probably not using the multi-Q because okay, he was trying to counter and he walled in the last second. A lot of light caps because the advantage is being strong. Go, Orlo.
Yeah, no, it's just really kind of seeing Laaaan fall apart at this point. Yes, he still has 131 villagers right now, but just never really able to mass up the army he needs. Oh my god, that was a huge onager shot onto TaToH's crossbowman from Laaaan. Those are the sorts of things you're wanting, but you're gonna need a lot more of that if you really want
it's
to
a pity because I was in the other spot. So right now I'm gonna push my head myself. Ay. Well, it's 3 spots. He's raiding on the left, he's in the middle and also on the right side. So sadly we can miss something. Sadly, I miss a Badaboom. I don't want to miss Badabooms, man. I love them. But, man, he's pushing completely on the left, pushing on the right side. I still don't see even the dead bodies because I am a noob. And those trebuchets with those arbalists and skirmishes are going to make the domination? No, because TaToH... Oh, but look at now. You see what happens sometimes? It's curious, but it's happening every game. When you lose more villages, when you start to make the most army in the game. Laaaan now is gathering the most army in the whole game. Over 60-something. It's crazy. It's happening all the time, man. You make room for the army, right? And then you get it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny how that works out sometimes. Of course, you know, because you have so many villagers, you have the resources to sort of turn that instantly into army. So we are starting to see Laaaan catch up a little bit in the military count. Both players are at least near enough to the 200 population mark. But again, we really have to point out that map control is totally in favor of TaToH right now, and I really don't see his push being stopped anytime soon.
But the thing is that the multitasking is crucial now. I mean, the map control belongs to him, but to get what? The map control doesn't give you now extra gold, extra stone, extra nothing. The advantage here is the 3 relics, so he should be really careful on the right side. There's where he's coming with a huge attack with a lot of arbalists, a lot of light gas. Now the trebuchet onagers everything. On the left, he stopped it. In the middle, he seems to be stopped as well. And now he's bringing more and more light gas, fully upgraded arbalists, skirmishes, and he is trying really hard, building a lot more stables. And I find impressive that with all this raiding, I don't know what you think, he is able to have right now in the bank almost 3,000 food. While TaToH, it doesn't have the same, but got a lot more gold. Now the trebuchets are going to go down. There is one onager shooting. No, he couldn't, but he's gonna take it. Ay, this is a big battle. But TaToH definitely got more and better army. Go, Orlo.
Oh yeah, just TaToH able to sort of flank the skirmishers of Laaaan, able to get the light cap in onto the skirmishers, which obviously makes the skirmishers fairly ineffective. Almost all of the trebuchets for both players going down, but you see TaToH starting to throw some siege workshops forward, and really just 50 military ahead right now for a red player. We really do see Laaaan on the ropes this game.
Look at those trebuchets. Yes, it's going down. It's going down. Has been like a slow victory here from TaToH, but from the multi-Q thing, it seems that TaToH got all the motivation, like, okay, I got the multi-Q, let's go. And he never stopped it, and was pushing all the time, little by little, and he's there. This is game for him. Laaaan food disappear, because he's getting pushed big time. And remember, he got Geoman, Orlu, while Laaaan never did it.
Yeah, also, Laaaan never got Blast Furnace, allowing TaToH to have, you know, definitely a little bit of an edge in terms of the light cab war. And again, it's just sort of these little advantages that TaToH has been taking for, the last 30 minutes game time almost, that I really think is just kind of slowly letting him eke out this win in the end.
Yeah, he's just controlling from PLH. He's controlling completely the game, pushing little by little. He's now doing more siege workshop. He also cab ramps all the time, which is very nice because he's constantly killing buildings. Seems he got a lot of skirmishes, and then the light gas has to deal also with a lot of arbalists. It's difficult to kill both the rams, the arbalists. It's almost impossible. He's still with 100 villages, but now what he has, like 25% of the map, most likely.
If that.
Yeah, maybe I was so generous, right?
Yeah. And also, in the back, TaToH has been having light cab just running every which way into the economy of land. He's lost, maybe 25 villagers over the last 2 minutes, now even losing his monastery, which was housing his relics. No gold income at all for a blue player, and not really even many gold units at all in his army to speak of.
And he's raiding his economy also at home. With light cast, we went into the middle again or something. I think it's open, yes. Keep trying, man. Well, he's a try hard, man. He's trying so much, but his resources are pretty balanced now. 0, 0, 0. He got nothing more in the bank. You can see. Absolutely no resources for land. 140 population, and I believe that he will call the GG soon. Oh, well, it's not, man. He got an Onager there. Now going with the light caps. Skirmishes, that trebuchet. Go, go, go. Take the trap. I mean, take the Onager, Mr. TaToH. There you go. Got it.
I'm a GG.
Gonna see the GG or not? GG call.
Yeah, game's over.
Man. Your computer is too fast, man. It's too fast. You have to tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully.
Oh, look what he said. Look what he say. Oh, he confirmed what I was telling. I got messed up completely with the multi-queue. I mean,
this
probably
is here, man. You can translate this.
No, probably he's like used to play, which I don't understand, because if you are playing this big tournament, probably you should play all the time with the multi-queue. I don't know, but that makes I don't know. Maybe he's not practicing all the time, or he was focused with the single queue and then he couldn't come back properly. Yeah, I don't know what he really means, but he said that I got messed up with the multi-queue. Anyway, what we can say, it has been a boom game, and since Imperial, TaToH was with a huge advantage, Mr. Orlo.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it was a pretty just clean victory from TaToH, just kind of slowly taking more and more advantages over the course of the game. And to be honest, I find it a little disappointing that Laaaan seems so uncomfortable with multi-queue, because literally every single major tournament right now is MQ, so it's like, why would you want to practice on something that you don't use for tournaments? Because Laaaan is playing very actively, it's just, I guess, not using MQ.
You're right, man. You're right. And I mean, I don't know. He didn't confirm that. He just said that he messed up with the multi-queue. So, nothing else he said. Now we can check the achievements. In the military, of course, TaToH more unit kills, not by far, but more units. And the economy difference was there, with more food, a lot more wood, that's really important, also with Britons, and a little bit more gold. But at the end, the difference here is that constantly, we can check in the timeline, TaToH got a lot more army. You can see in this line, guys, that he got a lot more army. And now we're going to move into the second game. Okay, guys, there you go. Welcome everyone to the Escape Champions League. Hope you have enjoyed so far till now. I did a lot, and we're going to keep doing for sure. And these civilizations, oh well. We have TaToH as blue. Well, it was blue before land, right? And TaToH red. So let's put like this, Orlu. And Orlu is with me today, now to cast this series. TaToH and Laaaan and Perseus and Hans. What do you think about this civilization choice, Mr. Orlu? Welcome again.
Well, yeah, thanks for that, Mem, and it's great to be here with you. And yeah, this is pretty interesting. During day 1 and day 2 so far, we saw a lot of Huns picked on this map, as indeed TaToH is playing that civ. But the Persians' choice is pretty interesting to me because, they have a fairly strong start as well. They have the extra resources, they have the faster working PC, and their cavalry certainly is, not exactly, worse than the Huns really, and I think that Persians can, represent a pretty strong challenge to Huns even on this map.
I think so too, but I know that it's pretty easy, right, for me to say this, and maybe I need like a little bit more argument. Hands are hands, man. And how to explain that? But I love to say that. Hands are hands. All the facts you said, I agree. Completely agree. But in long terms, I mean, the fact that you don't need to also deal with houses, that you don't need to go with houses, also the faster production for the stables. I don't know. I mean, the hands in a kind of a map like this, rushing, is just amazing. It's true that the economy is just amazing for Persians, but if you go full feudal, like I have seen all the games today in this map, full feudal, do you really think that Persians, even with that economy extra and with all those shortfish, they can deal with the Huns' power?
I mean, I don't disagree with you. I mean, Huns are Huns. I mean, it's and beyond, all the reasons you just mentioned, which are totally true, I think there's just a factor with Huns where just everyone's always so comfortable playing them. Everyone's played so many games of Huns that people just know how to play the civilization. They know all the,
it's like robotic, right? It's like with Huns, you can go robotic mode. It's like you go more automatic, mechanical.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, not having to worry about houses and just grinding out all those Hun wars over the last, 15 years. And really, even though the map is a little bit different than Arabia, it's very similar to Arabia, just with a little bit more aggression. You can click up a little bit faster with these, mega shorefish that have 50% more food than normal shorefish. But yeah, we're definitely looking to see probably a scout war incoming.
Yeah. Well, TaToH has hunted the 2 elephants, of course, really quick, because you start with less wood, and he did the alarm mechanic, he did the mill. Oh, the mill a little bit later, but this first mill landed just because of that lack of those 2 legs is amazing. I mean, look how many villages in one mill, 2, 4, 5, 8 villages, and they are super close, like 1 tile away, or not even. So the food incoming is gonna be amazing. It is amazing. It's not gonna be. It is already amazing, and definitely we will see scouts. But TaToH is going to go up. He's ready to go up. I think he's really ready to gather that food in the town center and go up 19 population. Look at that food incoming, man.
Yeah, like I was saying, this map can really allow for some quick feudal age times. Looks like land will be going up about a villager later, it seems. But as you're saying, that mill is just so juicy for land, able to give him so many villagers with such, close distance to the shorefish.
Great performance, right?
Oh yeah.
Great performance, man.
I think, actually no, land going over to gold is not going to be a scout war.
Well, we saw before. We saw before with Ryut. Remember that he mined gold and some other fight, and they just take the advantage to go bloodlines early. I would love to see that, because since you get a lot of food here, you maybe can afford the bloodlines early. And since he's not doing even the mining camp, maybe he's thinking to get the gold, or he's just gonna go. No, he's doing men at arms. Well, but we saw men at arms also and bloodlines. So let's see, man. I would love to see this, because honestly, do you think it's worth it to go in this map directly archers? The mobility from the scouts is not better?
I just totally agree with you. There's so many little ways that you can raid your opponent, harass your opponent, just because your eco is sort of sprawled out across, like, a good chunk of the map. You just can't protect every single one of your villagers, and we saw that a lot in the games yesterday. And yeah, we're going to see if land can try and get some damage done. TaToH is doing a nice job, though, making sure that his fishermen are walled in. So we'll see if TaToH can... Well, actually, Scout trying to deny the walling for land, but in come the soon-to-be men-at-arms.
Oof, it's dangerous, though, that what he did there, TaToH. But you can see already land. How's it? It's a little bit, but those 2-3 seconds all the time, it's finishing population, One pop, little by little. Anyway, let's see, the militias are there. It's gonna be men-at-arms. The scout is happening too. The good thing now from land is that he's going spear. Honestly, if you go men-at-arms, I think forward with villages is the way to go. And there you go. 4 villages going forward. That's it, man. But it's still really risky, because if you don't make the damage, it's the mobility, like we said, you will have to be really, really careful at home, right?
Yeah, ooh, nice little pick off by TaToH, killing the scout cavalry of Laaaan. Gonna hurt not only his mobility, but his vision. And yeah, it looks like TaToH's actually gonna go opt for the counterattack. The wood line of Laaaan is not currently walled off, nor were there any spearmen. Unfortunately for TaToH, is going to be going towards the fisherman, where there is a spearman. But it looks like...
that's not great. That's not great there for TaToH. That's not great for TaToH. But look at the tower he's doing. He's doing a tower close to the stable, but now he's doing a tower behind that shorefish. I think both are in the range. So for now, he's not doing a big impact with the rash, and he really need to be careful. Look how fun is this build order. Both elephants, Orlu. He didn't take any of the elephants with Persians, and the food incoming from the shorefish is crazy.
Oh yeah, and it's like both elephants are towards the back of the map, so
800 food.
Yeah, that's a lot of food. That's
incredible.
Worth of food.
Well, what he did with this tower, he forced him to move, but he did another mill, and actually this is what he did Laaaan as well, another mill, so he didn't make any impact. And now what we were talking, look at those scouts, he took one village already, and yeah, 3 spears, but for now he has to move. More spears, he scouts it again. Look at this. Yeah, Hans is better in this one. I mean, he can still win for sure, but it's way more comfortable civilization for this kind of map.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we see them so popular. I like the town watch here from TaToH. As we were saying, this map is so...
There's a hole, sorry. It was a hole, but he went away because he saw the 2 spears. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, that was... It was very much a correct decision there from TaToH. He would have been very trapped in, and all those scouts would have died a very painful death. But as you're saying, Bloodline's now going to be actually incoming for TaToH. Whoa, wait. How'd the... Oh, the men-at-arms got in.
The men-at-arms, well, because he break the palisade, and he didn't notice. He break the palisade and he didn't notice because there is too much going on. He was attacking there with the men-at-arms, so he got in. But in the other side, you can see how he's trying to go with the scout. The speed that sometimes these players react is just amazing, because TaToH was going to be in that palisade in with the scout, but then he went up, back. And here, now with some problems on the wood, because there is like 2-3 spots at the same time to control. And even if they are really strong, it's so difficult, Orlu.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what makes this map so interesting, though, right? Is it's just so hard to make sure every, little pocket of your economy is safe at any given point in time. But maybe a villager is going to get picked off for TaToH at his mining camp, but I think eventually we're going to see all of these infantry units cleaned up by the scouts of TaToH.
Yeah, he's cleaning all, because also 1 or 2 archers, it helps, so no problem there. Look at the ratio kills that already. He did a scale mail armor. He's doing the upgrade to the infantry, now fletching, that's good. He walled already the goal, he's mining a stone, but he's not secure. The wood is still not well complete, but there's one spear trying to defend. And I don't know, man, this is many scouts, and they are with the bloodlines now. He's gonna take the tower off, he's gonna take the tower down, sorry, and those 4 villages are going to the hell. No, they are going down, I mean, no way, man.
Yeah, they're going to the great town center in the sky. That's yeah, this tower's also gonna go down. Maybe.
Well, let's see. Look at that army he's bringing now. He needs to run away because
Mr. Pokey Pokes.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks like the tower will be safe for the time being. But I feel like in the long run, TaToH's gonna be working with a much better army than Laaaan.
Yeah, I think he's doing already. He needs a little bit more archers to get like this. But it's also truth that the difference in the economy, thanks to Persians, it's there. So if he's still adding army, massing army, and look, after losing the 3 villages, the difference in the village is only 1, so it's not a big deal what it happens. Gonna lose another. Oh, come on, multitasking. Another village pickup. Yep, down. Okay, double archery range, the barrack, and this is a lot of scouts supporting with the skirmishes and archers. So how to stop that, man?
Yeah, military count slightly in favor of TaToH, but I think especially it's just the quality of army. Especially, I think once the +1 defense comes in for these scouts, they're just going to be taking so little damage from arrow fire in particular that maybe Laaaan can try and take an engagement with the high ground. I think he's going to try to, but TaToH will be backing off at least a little bit, but picking off some spearmen as he retreats.
He should try, but he still got a lot of farming, but with the archer, if he's taking those spears down, he will take absolutely everything. The good thing is that now he's close to his buildings, you know? So you can see how Laaaan keep gathering a lot of army, so it's gonna be complicated, but this is gonna be a huge battle right now. Who's gonna take this one? Well, it's a big battle, and TaToH seems to be getting, man. Where's the spears and the infantry? Do you see them, Orlu? Because, man, I'm trying to find them, and I can't, man, because he took absolutely everything already.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying, once the spearmen get focused down, the scouts have no fear. They have bloodlines and +1 defense. They're not really taking much damage at all from the arrow fire, and the skirmishers of TaToH doing a nice job just focusing down whatever few spearmen there were. Scouts and of course the skirmishers themselves will be able to clean up everybody else, now even forcing Laaan's gold mining villagers to run for the TC, and this is just not looking good at all for our red player.
Yeah, because look at now, he gathered the resources to go up, yes, but look at TaToH at the same time going up with 6 villages, more army. I find really weird from the start that he wasn't going scouts. I don't understand, because also the transition to Castle Age with Persians is really sweet, because if you have a scout that you can add light caps, they will have the +2 against the archers. So why not to go cavalry with Persians?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of what the Civ is known for, right? But
yeah, for cavalry.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, 2 stables going to be coming in here for Laaaan, but you know, it's a little bit of an awkward transition just because he's been focusing so heavily on the archers and infantry. So it's like, oh, well, do you want to upgrade your archers to crossbows and get Bodkin, but you could use those resources on knights instead, and your economy's already super stretched. It's just kind of you know, a mess here for Laaaan to deal with.
Yeah, it's really complicated. Look at the population difference, man. The population difference is just brutal. He's taking the goal out from Laaaan. So now what Laaaan can do? He's gonna be in Castle Age with 100 gold, doing now the bloodlines, so he can make basically 2 knights, maybe 3.
Yeah, I mean, I know that knights are really good against skirmishers, but TaToH's going to be in the Castle Age as well. He's going to be going for the 3 stable aggression. With Huns, with their faster producing stables, that can just be a lot of knights in your face really quickly. And as you're saying, no gold income means that you're not going to have a whole lot of stuff to deal with the knights.
It is over, because TaToH is, look at the difference. TaToH is doing gold south mining, chambered in armor, while Laaaan is now doing scale buried in armor. So, what that means, that when he's going to go there with all the knights and 3 stables, like you said, yeah, it's just brutal. It's just brutal domination from TaToH, man. I mean, he's favorite, but expected a little bit closer. Sirius, what do you think?
Yeah, I guess I maybe was expecting a little bit more from Laaaan, but I really think this is more of just TaToH showing his class. He's just playing so well, so, I guess, like, smooth, like, confident in what he's doing. And yeah, there's really not a whole lot here for Laaaan to defend. Of course, he does have the ability to make camels, which deal with the knights fairly well. Upgrades, though, are a big problem for him. +1/+1 behind TaToH, and of course, with the 3 Hun stables, there can be a lot of knights here very quickly.
Well, but Laaaan, with the market, he balanced a little bit his economy, and he did quite a lot of camels, so he countered pretty okay. But now, we are, yeah, the same like all the game. He can go with the knights and try to raid all over the map, because if he's going to the right side now and sends on knights, well, he has camels on the right side, but on the left he's going to be able to defend. He has 2 camels, and I still think that if he attacked those 2 camels with knights +2, they will take it, man. Oh, but now he's coming with more. 4 camels on the goal. He's holding, man. Look at the population. We were talking too fast. What the hell is this?
Yeah. TaToH's production of knights, I feel like, was slightly less than it could have been. And of course, even if, as Persians, you fall behind in the villager count, you at least have the faster working TCs to, you know, at least catch up a little bit more easily. And, well, I mean, camels are kind of the counter unit to knights, right? They're cheaper, they're faster, and it's pretty easy to make them cost efficient against
He's doing the job, man. This is
Yeah.
nice. He's doing the job. He's holding a little bit. He's still behind because he's still behind with the valleys. But man, it was looking much worse. He was like 20 population, almost 30 population behind at some point. Look at now. He is still behind, but he's only 7 villages now. Like you said, with Persians, he can catch up. He's now doing the forging. He got the camels. Those camels not gonna be enough to probably stop that TC, but at least he's gonna take something. Imagine if those instead of camels were going to knights. Much better. He couldn't take any village. Yeah, the camels don't have a huge attack in comparison with the knights.
That's kind of the problem for Laaaan here, right? Is because TaToH is ahead in terms of economy. He has the 3 TCs. Laaaan stuck on the 1, and TaToH can just kind of boom, you know, without a whole lot of fear. Because he's like, okay, my opponent's making camels. They don't really represent a ton of offensive value, so let's just power up, you know, economy behind it, and eventually smash Laaaan later. And now even big Knight Raid coming into the wood line of Laaaan.
He can still raid it, yeah. And in this situation, we all know, guys, that if you go with 1 TC push, I don't say that this is a 1 TC push, but he only got a 1 TC. You want to go aggro, you want to go aggressive. With the camels, it's a defensive unit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's really not... Unless you're like Indians or something, it's not really going to serve you too well in really taking the fight to your opponent. However, you know, at least pushing back TaToH again, but it's like, okay, Laaaan keeps on fending off these raids from TaToH while taking a little bit of damage, but he's just going to be falling further and further behind in the economy, as TaToH is just happily shore fishing away from one of his TCs and just booming up like a madman.
He's doing the 4 TC, so this is starting to be huge. Starting to be huge. He's not doing another TC Laaaan. No, man, and barely have food. Only well, the fishermen, right? Not farms. Well, TaToH got already starting to make farmers. He is also taking some of the short fish. Well, not many. Yeah, well, in the TC on the top left is a lot. And he's with a town center. That's amazing. Now, this is now impossible. Look how in a couple of minutes, Orlu, his population has exploded.
Oh,
and he will cut the GG now.
Yeah, like, so many villagers are going to go down here at the shorefish of Laaaan. Maybe he can try to hold on. Even a couple monks coming in for TaToH, that might be just enough to really secure this fight in his favor. And yes, TaToH deciding to take the fight, getting a couple conversions, and it looks like all the remnants of Laann's army is about to get cleaned up. He's about half the population of his opponent, and I assume the GG will be coming very soon.
GG, there you go. And the Cab Archers is a choice that kill the camels as well. Maybe not in the face-to-face, but if you hit them back, they take them, because the armor from the camels are really low for face with the camel archers, with the cavalry archers. So it's crazy. It's crazy, but TaToH has really dominated clear. The first game was more like a boom, and in this one, better decisions and definitely, in my opinion, better civilization, right, Orlu? We said already.
Yeah, definitely. I think TaToH, I think he had the better game plan in particular. I really like the idea of just going for the more cavalry-heavy play in the feudal age with all the scouts getting bloodlines, and I think that I don't know, the archers and the infantry, they didn't really ever get a whole lot done, and TaToH just kind of got further and further ahead, and you know, was really just able to power down Laaaan in the castle age.
Well, now we're going to check the achievements. Why we're going to check the achievements and quick? Because guys, we are going to get like 4 or 5 minutes pause after this, because we need to get energy. We need to get energy because we're going to see great, I don't say this wasn't great games, but hey, on paper, the ones that we have for finish the stream today are just amazing. Orlu, so get energy as well. Military here, it's TaToH 75 unit kills, so a lot more than Laaaan. Economy, some food and wood. Well, TaToH, huge advantage with the economy, and you can see also the village number. Castle Age was Laaaan a little bit faster, but without real economy, and at the end, a lot more army too. Guys, really stay tuned, because what is coming now is gonna be amazing.